What is up, guys? Welcome back. Hashtag Broadcasting coming back to you guys for the Season 2 regular season finale. After this, we have 10 races left, and we are going to then crown a Season 2 champion. We all know the Season 1 champion was Christopher Bell off a 3-win season. Ended up winning the championship at Homestead in the Championship 4. Obviously, this game keeps the standings for 2002 standings with the weird point system they had. We are obviously using playoff format and using today's standings. I made a mistake. Hamlin has 6 wins. At the end of the last video, I said 7. He has 6. So going into this final race, the regular season championship battle, Denny Hamlin has a 13-point lead over Martin Truex Jr. We will see who ends up the regular season champion there. Those are the only two I think that have a fair shot at it. Byron might, if like Hamlin and Truex finish last and second last and Byron wins, something weird. It's going to end up being between Hamlin and Truex, more than likely. And then at the points battle there for the cut line, there really isn't one. Everybody that is 17th and down has to win to get in. They're too far down in points to point their way in. And unless that happens, the top 16 is set. And if that does happen, then the 3 guys battling at the cut line then, you have Kyle Busch has 10 points over Bowman, and Bubba Wallace has 9 points over Bowman. So Bowman would have, if we have a new winner, in order for Bowman to not be knocked out, he has to gain either 9 points on Wallace or 10 points on Kyle Busch. So let's see what happens. One more race in the regular season. And Hamlin's on the pole, looking like he might be the regular season champion. Martin Truex Jr. all the way down in 21st. Wow. Busch there in 6th. Hamlin going for what would then be his 7th win of the season. You have Busch there in 6th. Bowman is 11th. And Bubba Wallace is 22nd, so Bowman would be ahead of Wallace. The closest guy to the front is Michael McDowell, 12th. So very unlikely that we have any points battling to talk about before the playoffs.
Drivers to their cars.
Chase Elliott starting 2nd. Bell looking for his first win of the season still. So is Elliott. Larson, only 1 win. Hamlin and Truex have hogged all of them up. Hamlin trying to do it again. Elliott got down to 2nd. Is the 9 car ever going to be able to break through and get a win? Caesar, shut up. Oh, Busch is ahead of Bowman, or Bowman's ahead of Busch. Truex trying to make his way through the field. He's up to 18th. Can't believe he started 21st. Imagine he opens out the playoffs like that and then gets eliminated. Chastain's back here as well. After a wreck fest at Darlington, looks to be a little bit better here. Hamlin trying to get away from Chase Elliott. Bell right there on Elliott. Larson falling back. Blaney, Byron. I don't know if we'll see pit stops or not. No, we definitely shouldn't. Truex up to 16th. Denny Hamlin getting away. But we know how that works when he comes up on lap traffic. Hamlin has led by far the most laps this season, trying to add to that total. Over 500 coming into this race, and he could be close to 600 exiting if he manages to lead every lap. Clearly trying to be that regular season champion. I don't remember who got it last year. It was either Hamlin or Larson. Could have went either way. On the apron a little bit there. Shut up, Caesar! Shut up! Hamlin actually, well, Elliott's actually putting quite the gap over Denny Hamlin, trying to put himself in position to get that first win ever in this series. Still hasn't got that monkey off his back yet. A Chase Elliott win hasn't happened yet. He's run well. He's had many second place finishes. The big two this season have been Hamlin and Truex. The next closest has to be, I don't know, Blaney, probably with 3 wins. Byron with 2. Everybody else has just been so inconsistent. Larson, Reddick. Reddick's been good. He's probably the best with 1 win. Larson with 1 win. It's not been a very good season for Larson. Ty Gibbs has been actually right there as well. I'd have to say Gibbs has had a little bit better of a season than Kyle Larson has. Reddick as well. Far and away the best two have been Denny Hamlin and Martin Truex Jr. Hamlin trying to maintain that gap over the 9 of Elliott. Lap traffic is still quite a bit ahead. Though we definitely should see it. We typically do at Richmond. Yeah, they're about a straightaway ahead yet. Though sometimes we do see cautions here, though. It's rare, but McDowell's fallen to 23rd. Right now, the best driver in the standings that could potentially upset and throw the playoff picture for a loop is Noah Gragson in 13th. And that's pretty far down the list. So likely that won't be happening. So I would say Busch, Wallace, Bowman are pretty safe. But if it does happen, right now Bubba Wallace is the odd man out. Yeah, he's fallen all the way to 35th. He's most definitely the odd man out if we have a new winner. I don't know why he's so far back. He fell off a cliff as well. Elliott losing, well, he gained a little bit of time back there on the 11. He just needs to maintain that second place position until Hamlin gets to lap traffic. Then Elliott can get back to the 11, and that's typically when we see the passes. I don't remember who won here earlier this season. "14 races won between Denny Hamlin and Martin Truex Jr., trying to make it 15. 15 if you count Gibbs's win, so trying to make it 16 for Joe Gibbs. His Bell hasn't won yet, running in that third spot. I would say if Hamlin manages to do it here, 15 wins between two drivers over the first 26 races is pretty good. Those two have more than the rest of the field combined by a lot. We will see if that continues heading into the playoffs, or if those two fall off a cliff and end up being eliminated in the round of 16 or something. Obviously, every position in the playoffs matters for playoff points. I know there's a big battle. Ty Gibbs, Kyle Larson, and Tyler Reddick. Larson has 1 point over Gibbs, who is tied with Reddick. So those three are within 1 point of each other. Right now it would go Larson, Gibbs, Reddick, and that is for what, 4th, 5th, and 6th? 5th, 6th, and 7th? Something like that. I believe it's 5th, 6th, and 7th. It is, because it's Hamlin, Truex, Byron, Blaney, and then those three. Chastain is 8th, Bell is 9th, Elliott 10th, Logano 11th in the standings. Hamlin putting quite the gap there over Christopher Bell, falling back pretty far. Elliott's maintaining, though. Elliott's goal needs to be hold on to second place until Hamlin gets to the lap traffic, which he's definitely coming up on. What was it? High 20s, low 21s, 20.9, 21.0, and they're about 15, almost 16 seconds back. Hamlin can definitely see him. His goal will be to remain the leader through all the lap traffic battling. Can't let Elliott, Bell, Larson, Blaney, Byron, none of them get by him. All 400 cars inside the top 8. Hamlin getting away. Pulling away from Elliott, pulling away from everybody right now. Pretty big gap back to the entire field. Though lap traffic is not very far ahead. 17.5 seconds back is Justin Haley. Hamlin should definitely be able to see the 15. It won't be too long until they're in the same shot. Elliott needs to hold on to second. he's running down Elliott. Hamlin hasn't got to the lap traffic yet. The longer we go into this run, the more it's looking like that 11 car is going to be the regular season champion here in Season 2. And sure has to be the favorite for the championship. Or him in the 19, take your pick. Because if Hamlin manages to win this, it'll be 8 wins for Truex, 7 for Hamlin. About halfway through this thing. You can see him in the same shot there. Elliott has put about a second back on Christopher Bell. With the gap Hamlin has built up over Elliott, he's going to have plenty of time to get by Justin Haley before Elliott can get there. And he hasn't even gotten to Haley yet, which is a good thing for Hamlin. Wallace trying to get by Dillon. Haley could actually do the same, and he's going to end up coming up on Austin Dillon first. Hamlin has drove away. Caesar, shut up! Alright, so Denny Hamlin has run down lap traffic. He's got by Austin Dillon, but Chase Elliott quickly started eating into Hamlin's lead just as expected. But now he's going to get by Haley, and Hamlin's starting to build himself a cushion. Elliott going to have to get by these same cars. Hamlin now has a cushion for him to be able to get away and get to probably at Stenhouse there. Gap's going to start going back up again for the 11 car, so he's in pretty good shape, but still 24 to go. Dylan going back by Justin Haley. Yep, that gap's starting to go back up. Now Elliott's going to have to get by these guys. He can't be losing spots to Christopher Bell. He's only 4/10 back. Elliott's going to lose a lot of time this lap. He's got to get by Haley now. And I'm talking very soon, or this is quickly going to go back into Hamlin's favor. There he is. Good. Getting underneath the 15. He's got to get by him here. He'll be able to do that. Bell got by him as well. Larson. He's going to be over 2 seconds back. 2.1 back. He's got to get by the 3. The 11 will soon have more traffic as well. He's already coming up on Stenhouse. He needs to get by Haley, or by Dylan, before Hamlin gets by Stenhouse, and I think that's unlikely as well. Yep, Elliott, some room here to gain on the 11. Just lost 2/10 that time. A lot of cars in front of Hamlin here. That's good for Elliott. But there ain't many laps to get there at this point. There's 18 to go. And he is not catching the 11 very quickly. Meanwhile, Bubba Wallace, Alex Bowman, Kyle Busch looking pretty safe to be making the playoffs here this season. And Denny Hamlin looking to be that regular season champion. Elliott has caught Dylan and is eating into Hamlin's gap a little bit. He's got to get by him as soon as possible. Lost the 10th to Hamlin that time, riding behind the 3. He's wasting time behind him here. Hamlin has still not got by Stenhouse, and he's losing a lot of time behind Stenhouse. This is an opportunity. Elliott has got to go. He cannot be wasting time behind this 3 car. He's gained 2/10 on Hamlin there, behind the 3. Imagine how fast he'd get there if he gets past this 3 car. I mean, he's got to go. He's giving this to the 11 car. He's got to go. Kind of stayed even there. Heck, the 9's losing time to the 3 car. And the 11 ain't making no ground on the cars ahead. Elliott's going to lose time here. A lot. He kind of stayed even. So the 3 car's pulling away. That don't really make sense. Gained a little bit of time, 11 to go. I don't know where the 3 car just started gaining a ton of speed, because he is driving away from Elliott, Bell, and Larson. And they're staying even with the 11, which means Dylan's running the 11 down. Who is not got by Stenhouse or any of these guys. He's kind of riding. I don't think he feels like he needs to. And he really doesn't. 10 to go, coming to 9 to go. Oh, he's going to have to start gaining. 1.8 back is, he's going to need 0.2 a lap. And then he's going to have to pass the 11 yet, which is hard. I don't know. I see 7th win for Denny Hamlin coming here in the next couple laps. Coming to 8 to go. Gained 0.5 tenth. Gained about 0.2 that time. He's going to need more than that at this point. 7 to go. And he's got to get by the 3 yet. I don't see it happening. Only 0.1. This is very quickly falling into the hands of the 11 car. Still hasn't got by any of these guys. As long as a wreck doesn't happen, as we've got side-by-side action here with Stenhouse and Di Benedetto, Hamlin will be able to put a car between another car, between himself and Elliott. These guys racing side-by-side is going to slow him down a little bit. 1.2 back now. But as a whole, the 11 car should be fine. Coming to 4 to go for Denny Hamlin. .1 the gap. 2 cars between them is the biggest talk here. Bell is lost 3rd. He's actually losing 4th as well. Two to go for Denny Hamlin in the regular season championship. Truex is up to 14th. That ain't going to be enough. Gragson is 13th. He's the closest guy to upsetting the playoff picture. That's clearly not going to happen. Coming around to the white flag for Denny Hamlin. 1 to go. 0.8 the gap. He is going to do it. 7th win of the season and regular season champion. And guys, the Season 2 playoff bracket has been set. 10 races until we set the Season 2 champion. Wins by about 0.6. Had 2 cars between himself and the 9. Elliott, another 2nd place finish. Hamlin, his 7th win of the season. Truex still leads the win category with 8. Bubba Wallace is safe. He's going to make it. So is Kyle Busch. So is Bowman. So New Hampshire, Dover, and Kansas. Then Talladega, Charlotte, and Martinsville. And then Atlanta, Rockingham, Phoenix, and then Homestead. Most laps led goes to Hamlin by a landslide. 300 more than Truex. A little bit more than that, actually. We will see you guys in New Hampshire.